It's already been dubbed the Mother's Day Massacre here at TD Garden. The Bruins absolutely shut down the Carolina Hurricanes 6-2. I'm here with Boston Herald sports editor Justin Pelletier. So we got to start off by talking about that scoring. In these playoffs alone, there's been 19 different scores from this Bruins team. How is this happening?
It's unbelievable. 19 scores so far. It goes to prove what depth that this Bruins team has. They've had 19 different goal scorers, as you mentioned. That's the most by any team in this current playoff run, and it's also ties a team record from 1988 in the year that they went to the Cup final against the Edmonton Oilers that year. 19 different goal scorers for this team, and there's no saying that it might not grow by the way these playoffs are going in this round, and if they're so lucky to get to the next round and the next round also, because this Bruins team is just so deep and they just keep coming wave after wave.
With depth like this, is there any way that other teams can respond when the threat could come from anywhere, like literally anywhere on this team?
It could, and that's the thing what other teams are having a hard time doing is keeping up with that, because most teams are geared toward that top line. They're geared toward going after a David Pastrnak or a Brad Marchand, and
who
right
have
now,
not been exactly the ones producing on the offensive end.
Tonight, Pastrnak got an assist and Bergeron got an assist, but none of them scored. None of the big three, so to speak, scored a goal in this game. Matt Grzelcyk, on the other hand, had himself a night.
Matt Grzelcyk from Chucktown, in Boston. Talk about what he produced tonight. I mean, he seemed to blow the game wide open.
He did, and it was kind of redemption early on for him, because he got nailed pretty hard into the boards right up against his own bench early on, and he looked like at first he might have to crawl back to the dressing room to get a little help. Turns out he was fine. He comes back on the ice and he gets the first one, which is the all-important one to get things going, and then ended up getting a second one as well. Three goals from defensemen tonight, 2 from Grzelcyk and 1 from Connor Clifton. Big for this Bruins team to get scoring, not only from depth forwards, but from depth defensemen as well.
Well, we talked to some of those guys in the locker room post-game about all that scoring, and here's what they had to say.
Obviously that was kind of our thing at the start of the year, was depth scoring, and it's coming in at the right time. And obviously every game is different. We're going to enjoy this one tonight.
Playoffs is a chess match. You change little things every single day. Regardless if you win or lose, you look at the tapes and you make adjustments. They'll do that again next game. We'll do the same.
It just shows how deep we are. The lineup as of now is very balanced. So everybody can generate offense within the limits of not kind of trying to get too cute on the offensive zone. Everybody is playing, the game plan.
Now, Justin, the team hits the road, goes down to Raleigh. We've seen this before with the Washington Capitals, up 2-0, and then they go into Carolina. They go down south, and look what happened there. Yep. Is there any concern with the Bruins that they could drop this series at this point?
Well, there should be, because the Carolina Hurricanes are here for a reason. People keep saying they might be the weakest team that the Bruins have faced so far, and they are, on paper, the weakest team that the Bruins have faced so far. However, this team is a proud team, and they're not going to go anywhere. I would expect a goaltending change. I'm actually surprised that they didn't go away from Peter Mrazek tonight and instead went and kept Mrazek in instead of going back to Curtis McElhinney, who was stellar in the series against the Islanders. But the Washington Capitals won the first 2 games at home also. Not so dominant, but they did win, and then Carolina went back down to Raleigh and won 2 down there, and even the series, and then it was a 3-game series from there. Ended up winning in double overtime in Game 7. So this Carolina team is a proud team, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with in their own building.
Well, the Bruins will be in Raleigh next time we see them. It will be Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. So for all Bruins content, be sure to follow us here at thebostonherald.com and in the Boston Herald. Justin, thanks for joining me.
You got it. Thank you.